Hey everyone, I'm the real Evab, and this is the A20 Guardian 100 game analysis. And also, I have a new microphone. Uh, I'm sure you can tell the audio quality is much improved to my laptop microphone. It was a gift from my sisters, which I'm very grateful for, considering I'm making videos. Uh, I'm gonna start up the run, but I got a couple things I want to say. Firstly, sorry for the long hiatus. I got pretty burnt out, a lot more than I was expecting. Um, I'm trying a new approach to being able to get these videos out. We'll see how well I'm able to. I'll try to stick to the schedule as much as possible. Got an emerald gem. But I might miss a couple days. Well, we'll see how things pan out. Also, this is number 30. Finally at the end of this format. And by this format, I don't mean the 100 games. We are still going to at least try to do the rest of the 70 that are left. But, as I hinted to in previous runs, or previous videos I guess, we are going to be changing things up. Specifically, we are no longer going to be doing downfall mode. The reason for this is that it's a little, I don't want to say frustrating, but it kind of is. It's more like the inconsistencies of the mode are starting to show themselves, such as like the punishing effect of not having a campfire at the end of the act, and how RNG dependent it is to actually have one in the bottom half of the act at all, and you know, taking fights at the end of the act. You're guaranteed this fight instead of a campfire. Also, the act bosses are not in a very balanced state at the moment. I think they were balanced enough to showcase for 30 episodes. I think that's more than fair. But I would like to tackle a much more balanced challenge overall, and especially since the heart is generally a harder fight than Niao. I think that'll be a great test of Guardian's kit and my capabilities. So yeah, without any further ado on that part, I'm seeing a couple things like this 4 elite route on the right, with only one campfire, but having one in a 4 elite route at all is kind of crazy anyways. It's a dangerous second half of the act, but we could take a couple campfires early, or just one. I guess this would be the one, because we have a campfire here, or we could just dodge the elite anyways. Left half of the act is not... that would be the... That would be the really safe route. I'm also noticing that there are no routes with 4 fights. There's 3 maximum. And of course the shops count as a fight, so let's not forget that. In fact, every single route has 3 fights except for this one with 3 question marks in a shop. So we're not getting anything amazing from going any particular path before our floor 6. Anyways, let's take a look here. We saw that our act boss was Silent One, which means we don't have to worry about not boss swapping. Random rare relic is a bit of a whiff. 100 souls could be okay. Upgraded card, I guess alright. But we're going to be doing the boss relic swap, and that'll give us some direction too. If we get something really good, we can go to the right path, and if we get something pretty bad, or something that we have to wait on, we can go to the left. We're getting Wanderbots. On pickup, lose 2 stasis slots, gain energy at the start of your turn. So an energy relic with the downside that you lose 2 stasis slots. It's a pretty big downside. If you've been following with this series for a while, you know that stasis can be some of the most powerful stuff Guardian does. In fact, if you have enough stasis support with just a time capacitor to give you 2 more stasis slots, that can win you the game by itself. And of course, as long as you have good cards as well to play. Or I guess, yeah, good cards, not amazing cards, just good cards. Being able to play a bunch of 0 costs is pretty amazing. So losing out on 2 stasis slots means we only have 1 to work with, and we have 1 card in our deck that allows us to put cards into stasis already. So we're already pretty limited. We're probably not going to be taking extra stasis things. However, 4th energy in Act 1 is pretty nice. So, do we go right or left? As I said, we don't really have a choice in the second half of the act if we go to the right. We have to take 2 elites sandwiched with 2 fights. However, the first half of the act, we do have chances to get potions. I guess if we have to take the really safe path, we're getting 3 fights and 2 campfires, and then that's it. So that's only 3 chances at potions, which I think is going to get us like 1 on average. Maybe a slightly smaller chance of getting 2. So maybe around 1.5. I'd lean to the lesser side of that. But yeah, so even going the safe path can set us behind. Again, this game is all about getting as strong as possible without dying, so if we're not spending these floors getting strong, then we're just going to end up dying here. Sometimes taking the more aggressive path is actually the one that will keep you alive. So what about this side? This side, we go through here, we get 1 elite, 1 campfire, and then maybe we end up going to this campfire later. That seems fine, I guess, for a safe route. We don't have any way to opt into a more aggressive route if we go this way, unfortunately, since all the elites are on this side. Also, since we got Emerald as our gem, I am definitely not inclined to take a lot of elites. In fact, we might even have trouble getting through this one, because we're basically forced to take an elite at some point, right? We either take one here, or we take one here, or here, I guess. I feel like this is our best bet. We get 2 fights and a shop. I think the shop gives us a bit of extra value in terms of getting an attack. Maybe that would be a reason to go here as well. We can pick up a potion, potentially. It's been a while since I last played this. But I do remember that I don't really feel confident in taking this with how Guardian is right now. Although I do feel pretty bad about taking this route. Alright, we're just going to go with the safe route. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'm forced to take. Maybe I was forced to take a more aggressive path, and I just didn't. And I just don't know that yet because I'm still learning, right? Still learning, even if I'm already pretty decent at the character. We're gonna do our usual thing, especially with 4 energy. We don't want to keep a loose gem in the deck. We're gonna socket it and put it in the Twin Slam, and socket it in the Twin Slam and upgrade it. And we're gonna hope for probably a Dex gem to pair with it. Alright, we're already getting hit for a bit of damage at the beginning of the game. We're going to be playing... Does it matter if I play 2 strikes or strike and curl up? I guess it matters that we play curl up. Alright, so since there's still 2 strikes in hand, I'm going to be playing 1 curl up and 1 strike no matter what. I want to do this first to give it a 2 and 3 chance to hit a strike. And it didn't hit Ascender's Bane. Awesome. New year, new curl up. We're going to full block because I have 4 energy. Usually afford to do that. It's fine though. Okay, just gotta remember 4 energy, better in this fight than the Jawworm fight, right? And then any attack will kill here. Very nice. Some interesting starts. Also, we've been getting influxes of art into the game. Guardian has not gotten very many yet, but most of the other game has. And, there's a few things here, like this one. So now we gotta choose. Usually I would probably go for a pre-program, but we have a problem that we don't have as many stasis slots. I think even on 4 energy I would take this, but not with Wanderbots. So the question is, do I take the Spire protocol? Right now, it's just kind of a dead card. But it could be useful in Lagavulin and Sentries. Nob, I think, is our biggest problem. I don't really want to skip a card. This does make us a lot worse at Nob. I think. Maybe it does make it. Maybe it's fine. Sometimes it's a good strat to go into defensive mode against Nob, and getting an extra 4 damage for doing so. Man, it doesn't seem that great when you put it that way, huh? It's a one-time 4 damage bonus in that fight. What would make me consider it more is if I had a Brace 8 card already, because that could put me into defensive. I don't know. I feel like we skipped this maybe. Maybe we still take the pre-program? No, we're gonna skip this. That sucks. Then this is why we took the left path, because, you know, you can't guarantee you're going to get good cards for an elite, no matter how much you want it. That was a lesson I had to learn a lot when starting to actually improve at Slay the Spire in general. You know, one of the first things that most people learn about this game because you know, of the popular content creators like Vela Lord and Jorbs, you know, you learn the rule of thumb that you try to hunt down elites in order to get stronger in Act 1, right? It's very easy to, what do you call it? To tunnel vision onto that. Man, these choices are not great either. You can really feel the downside of this Wanderbots, because planning would have also been okay. Fragmented Gem. Oh yeah, they changed the Crystal Shiv art too. It doesn't actually give you a better look at it, does it? Oh well. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of people are more inclined to take on every elite they can, myself included. But with a character like Guardian and also Silent, and sometimes even Defect, Defect can have good cards, but basically those 3 in general are pretty vulnerable to dying to Act 1 elites if you're not careful. Ironclad and Watcher can take them on pretty easily. Do we just take the Polybeam? I mean, it's 2 more damage. It's bad against sentries. We at least have a Power Potion. I think we're going to skip again. And, man, we're really going to need this shop. Grimforge, huh? Okay. First thing we're going to do is get a new gem. Do I do a strike or defend? I think a strike because we have 4 defends with the dexterity gem. That's generally what you like to go for, so let's get a good gem, please. There you go. That's good. I mean, it's a common gem, which I'm not too thrilled about, but, you know, we got the combo that works, right? And we're not going to be destroying any of those cards. Alright, you know what? I think that made us a lot more powerful than either of those fights did. Power Potion especially, like, that's probably the worst potion on Guardian, although I guess with Wanderbots maybe one of the Stasis Potions is worse. The one that accelerates, specifically. There's another Stasis Potion that puts cards in Stasis, but it actually makes it so that you gain 2 more Stasis slots. Or rather, you go up to 3, as per the card text. So that would actually be fine. And also really good for certain situations. Okay, so it was actually a mistake there to play Curl Up earlier to keep the Ascender's Bane in hand, because when I drew the Curl Up again, it had a chance of getting the Ascender's Bane. And we wanted the defend out of our draw pile, so we draw more damage. Kind of a Rube Goldberg cause and effect thing going on there. Very niche interaction, but one I'll remember. There we go. Wow. Alright. I think in order of worst to best, I think these are already sorted. Refracted Beam does 12 damage. Like, this can be a great carry if you get it early and you have strength sources. But it's weaker than Walker Claw. Also, there is Floating Orbs, which is probably one of the best scaling damage sources that Guardian has. The problem is that we need something for the immediate fight. And while Floating Orbs does a lot of damage in the long term, it does not do enough to kill like Gremlin Knob. I think Walker Claw does a much better job, even though it's only 15 damage. You know, Guardian can play a bit slower than most characters, so 15 damage for 2 energy is not actually bad. Alright, what have you got? Mayhem. Mayhem's one of my favorite cards. Just throwing that out there. Ruby was here, so you know, if you had a way to make use of the Ruby, like permanent strength or putting it on like Event Steam or something, then maybe the Orb Slam could have been, the floating orbs could have been good, but we don't have that luxury. Instead, we're given another Refracted Beam, we're given a Reroute, which we can't really make use of, we're given a Recover, which we can't make use of. This Forge Potion may be the best thing in the shop. I don't think we can even afford a card remove here because of, you know, strikes are kind of important to deal damage. You know, once our deck gets bigger, we could actually afford more stasis cards. That's just how it goes. But we don't have that luxury yet. Also, it gets a lot more inconsistent with just one slot because, you know, with 3 slots you can easily take like 4 or 5 whenever your stasis support cards whenever your deck gets bigger, because, you know, the inconsistency in your deck will allow you to draw them together sometimes, and then you can choose which one to use rather than and still have space for whichever one you choose. But here we only have space for one, right? So if we draw them both in the same hand, we can only really use one effectively. And at this point, I'm still using the Curl Up for the Brace 10. I think it's by the Forge Pot. I think, you know, it's 3 strength, right? And here it's 5 damage, but whatever. I think this will be worth it. And of course, we can't really afford anything else. Unless I want to buy a Reroute. That upgrades to 12 damage. You could take it for that. I think this will be enough to get us through the fight. So I'm not going to take a card that's dead for stasis stuff. Alright, we got sentries, which means we're going to pop this thing immediately. Ooh, alright, 2 strength. 2 strength in defensive mode and gain brace. Or bad power. It's an interesting question. If we drew our Curl Up next turn, then Revenge Protocol would actually put us into defensive. While we... Oh wait, we have Twin Slam in hand. We're going to want to play that. So we'd have to give up on the block there. The Brace every turn is good. Just don't know if it's good enough. I can also upgrade whatever's in hand. These are not great powers to upgrade either. Like, Orb Block just removes Volatile. I don't know the correct way to pronounce that. Excuse me. Volatile? Volatile? I feel like my accent is causing me to say it weird. Revenge Protocol just upgrades from 2 strength to 3, but that's only while you're in defensive mode, right? So while that does give me the defensive capabilities, it doesn't work great in Sentry Fight where you could just draw 5 dazes when in defensive. I think we just have to take the Orb Walk and then just upgrade the cards in hand, even though we have Ascender's Bane and Twin Slam. It'll give us a 4th damage hit, which will scale with the 2 strength and a strike. We could at least like upgrade the wards, but it doesn't matter. It's 14 block either way. Yeah. Wish we had drawn more attacks in the same hand. This is how it's going to go, though. That's 28 plus 18. That's 46. It's quite a lot, actually. Oh yeah, the strike does more damage now. Doesn't matter, though. We were getting the kill on that anyways, and we need the block. Killing 1 turn 1, though, that sets us very far ahead for the rest of the fight, which is great. Okay, now we gotta figure out which one to do here. So you're doing 8 damage. We have a 28, an 18, and an 11. 19, 46 is 65. 65 total damage in the deck. We got, actually, no, it's one more. 73. Trying to do some mental math here. I have a system for determining which sentry to attack first in a situation like this. We're gonna have 15 cards in the discard. Actually, I should go back to 65, right? Because 65 damage in the discard. We're gonna be drawing 4 out of that, which is about a quarter. But overall, we're going to be doing about 22 damage a turn. So if we're doing about 22 damage a turn, that means that we're going to be killing two turns from now, which means we would want to attack this guy, right? But that's just the average. The way it works is that there's a chance that you can draw enough damage the turn before or the turn after, especially with our big attack. We were able to kill one immediately because we drew Walker Claw. So the chances of us getting it the turn before 2 turns, getting it in 1 turn, is not 0. And there's also a chance that we miss in 2 turns and get it in 3 turns instead. And those combined probabilities, I think, usually add up to more than the average. So we're going to be banking on 1 or 3 turns rather than 2 turns. And we're going to go for this guy. Oh, right, because we do curl up, that's actually 1 less card in the discard. So we're going to have 15 total cards, which is fine, because then we draw a third of our deck. That works out with the math, I think. I hope any of what I just said makes sense. Also, rewarded? Yeah. That doesn't work out all the time. The fact that we had a Walker Claw meant that we could actually kill something in 1 turn. Some decks, even if your average kill is in 2 turns, that doesn't mean that you have a chance of killing in 1 turn. If you have, like, a silent deck that has consistent enough damage to kill in 2 turns, it doesn't mean that you're going to have enough to kill in 1. So yeah. Okay, this fight actually went really well. Thanks to the strength, and also, I think both these potions were still necessary to not take a lot of damage. But, you know, we are sitting at a very, very healthy amount of HP now. Which makes me wish that we had a little bit more stuff to gamble on, you know. More fights to actually make use of. And wow, Strike Dummy, okay. Stasis Strike to go with Strike Dummy. Gain a Stasis slot? Wow, you've sold me already. Alright, you know, I'll take a 1 Elite Act if you give me a combo like that. I did remove a strike, which is a bit sad, but, you know, we're getting 1 back. It does 12 damage. It counteracts our downside. That's great. Oh boy. Mine for 2 gems at rest sites up to 3 times. This is just a Sapphire key. You can't socket the gems at the same campfire you mine them at. which hopefully is getting changed at some point. Did I just see a Ghost Flame fire there? That's very strange. That's a kill. This is not, but it's close. This blocks for 5 if I play it once. We don't have to take damage here, so I'm not going to. I wonder... I forgot about... I remembered Strike Dummy on the Stasis Strike, but not the normal strikes. I wonder if I had enough damage. There's Vent Steam. Okay. Time Capacitor. I think since we have Stasis Strike in a small deck, we're not going to be taking Time Capacitor. In fact, we probably should be looking to find ways to make this deck smaller. To make use of Stasis Strike consistently. Or maybe I don't have to. Maybe I don't need a lot of Stasis slots. That'd be the kind of thing that you would do. I guess that's a win condition, though. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. I think it could go either way, considering all that. Time Capacitor could be a way to just gain a bunch of slots immediately. Maybe if we want to go in that direction later. We could go a larger deck, play Stasis Strike once, maybe twice in longer fights, and then just use that in Time Capacitor to not get a bunch of slots consistently, rather than cycling through the Stasis Strike. But here I think Vent Steam is just too valuable not to take. Vent Steam is one of the strongest common cards in Guardian's Pool. There's a reason no other character has a 1 energy, 2 vulnerable source. Like Ironclad, every single card that gives 2 or more vulnerable is 2 cost or higher. Bash, Shockwave, all that. Actually, I guess Silent has Terror, but you know, she has split things. Ironclad was kind of the thing I was going for anyways. We have 100 souls. We could break the Sapphire Key. I think all the merchants are at the top of the act. Yeah, 2 of them are over here. We could find one in a question mark. Going this way, we have 2 chances for that, but it's a pretty low chance. I think it's somewhere around 10%. I could be wrong. I know that a chest is like 2% or something really, really small. So we could just grab 10 max HP like right now if we wanted. But I don't see a need for that yet. We could always do it down here if we need to rest, like if we're in a bad situation. But I'm like thinking of the small chance that we get like an ectoplasm that we need for some reason. And ectoplasm makes breaking keys free, so I wouldn't want to spend 100 gold here. Also, I guess the chance of a shop makes it better to break it here instead. So yeah, let's just upgrade. Could upgrade this to 3 vulnerable. I don't think we have to do that yet. So upgrades to 13, which is actually 16 with Strike Dummy. That's a lot. 12 to 16 is a pretty good upgrade. Walker Claw going from 15 to 20 is also pretty good, though. I think the value of our Walker Claw went down significantly after getting Strike Dummy this early. We're just going to stick with Stasis Strike. I think that's our best bet. Just get the extra damage early, especially on such a cheap card. Yeah, check this out. 24. That's 21, so it's not... Oh, wait, oh, right, we have 4 energy, but we don't... We only have 2 left. So I'm just going to block there. I don't think playing all 3 attacks without Vent Steam did it, because he has 46. 24 plus 16 is 40. Yeah, not quite enough. Oh well. Still an easy fight, even if we took 6. There's another Vent Steam. Alright. There's a Temporal Strike. For 10 damage. We'll just find all the strike cards. Then we'll take Prismatic Shard and take Perfector Strike from Champ. And yes, Champ, in case you didn't know, has a better Perfected Strike than Ironclad, called Perfector Strike, which gives you an extra damage per strike in your deck. Not to mention, I think he also has more strikes available to him than Ironclad. So yeah, broken character. Incinerate's interesting. Accelerate gets a lot better with Wanderbots. Getting stuff out of stasis so you can put more stuff in. But I think that's pretty inconsistent with just one thing anyway. It's kind of the chicken or the egg problem. Which comes first? Do you add more stasis support or do you add more accelerate with this? I don't think we're taking another Vent Steam. Do we need the Temporal Strike? I want to say no. I want to say no, we don't need that, but it is another. But this can be an infinite enabler if I find a Quartz, and then find some other way to draw a card. It's 10 damage, which is actually passable. With 4 energy, I would usually pass it up, but we have Strike Dummy, right? Getting the refund on it is kind of bad, though. I don't think we need to take this yet. Despite it being a strike card and we have Vent Steam, it would be 15 damage, right? I don't think it's good enough anyways. We still have plenty of chances to grow stronger. I think we're already pretty good after picking up the Strike Dummy and Stasis Strike. So we're just going to keep going. Oh, and we're going to fight this fight. Huh. Alright, well this kills this outright. And this does 16 damage to Gremlin Wizard, so I think we're pretty good. Also, 2 stasis slots. Twin Slam does less damage, so we're going to waste less. This is 25. Not both of them have the same amount of HP, so it doesn't matter. Alright, any 3 attacks will kill here. How about this? Pretty good attack. There's another time capacitor. Oh yeah, Shield Charger got new art as well. Picnic table. That's not a picnic table, it's just a shield. A force shield, I guess, with Guardian's core in the middle. Oh, by the way, someone said before that they didn't know that Guardian had a core that looks like this. You can see this here. You can also see it in Curl Up. It's this here, although it's very... it's just a shape rather than having the corners on it. I'll show you in the next combat what it looks like, in case you've never seen it. Future Plans, another great card, but we can't use it. Right? I think since we have Stasis Strike, Shield Charger is definitely takeable. Especially with 4 energy, and just as raw power. I want to be picky about the card since we're already in a good spot, but I think this is good enough. Especially since we need defense to beat Silent. Okay, do we upgrade 3 random cards to for a Flawed? Since we have Twin Slam and Stasis Strike upgraded already, this is probably just going to be starter cards. Well, maybe one of them is one of the cards we've taken, like Walker Claw, Vent Steam, Shield Charger. I'm not too excited about this here. Usually I really like taking the triple upgrade for a curse. I think that's a lot less punishing than HP in the early game. Surprisingly. But I don't really feel a need to do it here. I feel like we have enough enablers for our damage with the Strike Dummy right now and the Vent Steam, and also some buffs to our defense already with the Twin Slam Dexterity, Shield Charger, Curl Up. We don't really need the upgrades right now to do us anything good. So I'm just going to pass, which kind of makes me sad since we don't get anything from that event. Okay, 39 out of 72. We have another hard pull fight coming up. Could be something brutal, but we have good potions. Do we rest in preparation of Silent, or do we just break the key? Do we have an upgrade we want? I think it's a bit early for the Shield Charger upgrade. I don't think we need the Walker Claw upgrade. I don't think we need the Vent Steam upgrade. Maybe we just rest. Also, right now we don't have a great way of making use of all the stasis slots from Stasis Strike. I think Curl Up will catch us up in the silent fight to 2, maybe 3 of those slots being filled, which is probably enough actually, with how small our deck is. Oh yeah, since our deck is small, that means we get to cycle back through to the antidote faster as well. That's pretty nice. So maybe we don't need to rest. Maybe we can survive on 39. Oh yeah, we can recall too for next act. I'm very tempted to do that, especially with our potions. 39 HP is not terribly low to take on a fight and the boss. I'm very inclined to do that. I'm gonna go with my gut and say this. We gotta grade some part of this act, right? Alright, let's get a good event. Ooh. Lose 12 max HP for Sharpened Fragment. That could be our damage solution here. Usually I'm not a big fan of this on Guardian. What is my reasoning for that again? I don't remember. Like, in fact, I'm kind of like thinking that because the fights are so long, you would actually want more damage like that. I don't know. I'm definitely thinking that it could be good here. Oh yeah, I remember the reasoning now. The reasoning is that you usually don't need that kind of support in a run on Guardian. You usually have the late game already sorted by the time you get there, especially with how slow you can play. So you don't need to take the 12 max HP downside. I wonder how true that actually is. I could also just take the wing statue. I kind of want to just take the wing statue instead. How do we kill Silent? I guess is the question. Strike Dummy is good enough. It's like almost 3 strength. It's like 4 hits versus 4 hits, so it's like 1.5 strength, I guess. It's actually 5 hits, isn't it? It's like 1.3. Is that how the average works out? 3, 6, 9, 12 divided by 9? Yeah, 1.3, 3, and so on. I don't know, I feel... It's also really hard to gauge these bosses because I have less experience with them, and also they don't have a very interactive thing that you can sort of conceptualize like Hexaghost, Guardian, and Slime Boss do. Like, with those, you have very set things to think about. Like, Hexaghost, you have to think about just raw scaling your damage. Your defense doesn't have to care as much. Guardian is the opposite. You need some burst damage to get it into defensive mode, and then you need some defense while it's in defensive mode. And then Slime Boss, you need to burst them down, and then handle multiple enemies at once. But here, you know, you have the problem that, like, you have a Hexaghost health pool, right? It's not with Guardian and Slime Boss, you don't have to care about the HP value as much because you can sort of manipulate what happens based on the HP. But Silent, you can't. It's just like a damage race versus like how much can you block? Can you get back to your antidote? I'm gonna take the wing statue. I'm feeling that more than I'm feeling the Shiv. Alright, we got one of the easier combats, that's good. 16 damage, woof. I'm just gonna take this out, because we can full block this turn. Also, we can hit both of them, which is great. Hit the defend? Okay, cool. Six, and... Right, we have energy for both of these, thankfully. Exploit gems. Or another shield charger. Wow. Definitely more inclined to take the shield charger. I think that absolutely wins us the silent fight. These can be good. I've been wondering recently if exploit gems, if I think about exploit gems a little too lowly. That could also be an infinite enabler if we had taken the stasis strike and found a quartz, but we didn't. Also ruby, like we can socket that in the vent steam, but we don't have to. Like it's a good burst thing early and maybe even into Act 2, but I think shield charger is much better. All right, let's see what we can do here. Not the greatest turn 1. Although we do get a second stasis slot, so that's fine, I suppose. I guess we did use 3 out of our 4 energy, so it's not terrible either. Alright, this is just going to be a pure damage turn. I think the turn after this is the Bane turn, though, right? Ooh, that's going to be rough. Alright. So let's just, yeah, let's just double Twin Slam. Alright, so we're going to be taking 0, actually. Great. It's good news. We're going to be gaining a lot of block. Although not quite enough, I guess. We're going to be taking 20 here. Do we use a potion for that, or no? Also, we only have oh man, because we're weak. This is only 15 damage, so we can't even break the block here. We could use liquid memories to maybe use the curl up again. That would get us into defensive. I think we're definitely playing the shield charger no matter what. We're also definitely playing the curl up. Yeah, I guess if you want 20 block, that's your go-to, but we could also just get the antidote back. That may even be better. Oh, maybe I didn't have to play the shield charger. Yeah, playing the shield charger may have actually been a mistake, now come to think about it. Yeah, I don't need to go into defensive this turn, so let's grab back the antidote. Play that instead. I guess I'll play the strike just for good measure. Alright. Yeah, that got rid of 20 damage from the poison and the second Bane hit, so worth it. Oh, we drew the antidote again? Okay. Yeah, it's not great. Okay, we won't be weakened anymore soon. But yeah, this is the reason why we didn't want to do both the shield chargers, because now we've run out of our biggest defensive card. Well, maybe we'll be okay. We're halfway done. About. We got Antidote on the right turn again, which is great. Get to play Stasis Strike for 4 damage, I suppose. We're going back into defensive here. Okay. Ooh, we get to do a lot of damage here. Okay. Ooh, that's worth another 20. I don't think we have to, though. Also, I'm going to leave the defend to 0 cost. And then next turn we get the antidote. Great, that's perfect. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you see why I wasn't overly worried about this fight. Also, like I said, Walker Claw falling off. 2 strikes does more damage now. We're going to take 11 here, but that's fine. Not a big deal. We're not weakened, so we might just get a kill here. Yeah. Alright, easy fight. We got another potion, which is great. Great potion for Act 2 as well. Gem Finder. We didn't take the exploit gems, so no. Time Sifter with Shield Charger, not great. I guess this is just exploit gems. Alright, kind of a weird Act 1 start. No. We're not taking an extra energy from Makeshift Battery. We don't need to give up smithing either. I think this is a pretty clear Slaver's Collar. We don't have any way to spend a ton of energy right now. We have a few 2-cost cards, but I don't think we're in desperate need of playing all of them. Especially since if we draw both of these together, we're just not going to play them both. We also have an energy potion and a block potion to handle our short term, so if we run into energy problems somehow later, we can just fix that by in the short term by using these, and in the long term by finding better cards and relics. So yeah, easy 4.5 energy. Watcher 2. Okay, another, well, not another, but like an easy fight. Silent is not necessarily an easy fight, just good with what our deck had, being only a 15-card deck at the time, and also having proper defenses and proper damage from our strikes and fence team. So yeah. How well does this deck tackle the Act 2 elites? There's Book of Stabbing, there's Slavers, and there's Gremlin Leader. We're able to take down Gremlins pretty well, at least so far. We're a little bit defense heavy, but maybe we can find another good attack in time. Book of Stabbing would have like 3/4 of the health pool that Silent had, I think. So that might go a little long. With Thorns, maybe it's a bit better. Slavers, I think we can kill one fast enough. I think we're like just below the power level we need to take on the elites, but maybe we can find something in the early floors of Act 2 to take them on properly. Again, we could take a 4 elite path with 1 campfire near the end this time to make it a little bit easier if we wanted. We would also like to be looking for the Nest event. The Nest event has a special interaction with the Broken Wing Statue relic. The Nest is the Cultist event, where you get the Ritual Dagger. So we could prioritize question marks a little bit higher than usual. There's a lot at the beginning of the act, and a few at the end, and only on the right. Super Elite on the left. We can ignore it for another act though, and then we'll get a guaranteed campfire after the Emerald Elite in Act 3. With 238 gold, I wouldn't mind hitting up another shop. Go like this. 1 strength does matter quite a bit here, since most of our attacks do odd amounts of damage. These are all 9. This is 7, of course, and these are 5. 1 extra strength makes it so the fence team vulnerable will make it do an extra damage. Because like right now, 9 damage times 1.5 is 13.5, but it rounds down to 13. Increasing this to 10 with 1 strength would make it go from we go from 9 to 10 normally, and then from 13 to 15 with vulnerable, thanks to how the rounding works. Same here, 7 to 8 would go from 10 to 12, and here 5 to 6 would go from 7 to 9. So yeah, big upgrade with 1 strength in the vulnerable. The only thing that wouldn't be affected is Stasis Strike. It would go from 16 to 17 normally, and with vulnerable, 24 to 25. But yeah, the strength could be a big deal, which means if I want the 1 strength from the red key, I would have to spend 100 souls, and then I wouldn't want to go to the shop as much. But it would let me take on the elites more easily. That may actually be the bump we need to take them on, especially with the potions we have, giving us the extra power. There's also a shop here. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we go down this route, grab another card, and a little bit extra gold. Maybe get the potion chance up. Then we hit our question marks for maybe the next event. Start heading here, and then if we do well, we go left. If we don't, we go right. Then we decide if we go this way, we can hit the shop or another elite and just head down there. Yeah, that's a lot of flex pathing. The only thing I'm nervous about is that our deck is a little weird, but I think with the shield chargers, I should just get over it. Should I actually go for another event? Maybe more events is better. I don't know. Let's do the more fun thing. Let's grab our strength. Let's upgrade. Walker Claw, I guess, since we got the strength. Exploit Gems isn't doing anything right now. Vent Steam would actually maybe be a good upgrade now. I did notice that we were a little bit low on Vulnerable in the silent fight. Now let's just go with this for now. We need the more front-loaded damage. Alright, 24 damage attack now for 2 energy. Oh boy. Oh, I gotta fight one of these guys? Okay. I gotta sacrifice HP because of how this works. New flavor text because we're in downfall mode. Left 50 oh, right, okay. So it chooses one of these, right? So we could take a chance, a 50% chance to lose 21 HP, for a 50% chance to gain 200 souls, or a 25% chance to lose 10 HP for a 75% to gain 100 souls. Losing 21 HP puts us at 39 at the beginning of the act, and I want to take these elites. So let's go for the lower chance to take damage. Okay, we won. Alright, we gotta fight anyways. This is kind of why I went this right path anyway, because I knew that fights could show up in these question marks. So we might end up getting some benefits from that anyways. Alright, we're gonna go defend, Vent Steam, Strike, and Curl Up in that order. And I guess we use our block potion since we're getting full value from it. We're gonna kill this guy. Alright. That will not put us into defensive. We're off by 1. But that's fine, we drew Twin Slam. This is doing 12 apiece. I don't want to waste damage if I can avoid it. That's 36. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, there's no point in trying to do anything else. That's the most damage we can do. We don't need to play... Well, we can't even play Shield Charger. We haven't even drawn Stasis Strike yet. Yeah, I'm just now realizing that taking extra Shield Chargers with only 1 Stasis slot is perfectly fine. Simply because it's, it's a defensive tool, right? So you only really need 1 at a time most of the time. Okay. Good stuff. 33 HP is what that right guy had, right? And our Walker Claw was doing 6 times 4 normally to 36, 9 times 6 with Vulnerable. If we hadn't gotten that strength, it would have been 5 times 4 normally and 7 times 4 with Vulnerable, being 28, so we would have been short. In fact, if it didn't round, if we only got 1 extra damage to the Vulnerable, that would be 8 times 4, which we would have been 1 short, 32 to 33. So that rounding thing, giving the extra strength to cards with odd number values with Vulnerable is really important. Alright. Tourmaline, it's a gem, but we don't put that in Vent Steam. I don't think we even put in Exploit Gems, really. I think there are much better things to put in Exploit Gems. That is a big setup card. And Tourmaline is when you're getting attacked and want to deal 4 damage for hit. Temporal Shield, we're not consistently getting things into stasis, right? I guess we have 3 things we could put in. That means something. It's another block card as well. Like, this is a shrug. It's a little bit worse Shrug It Off, right? But upgrades to draw 2. Like, that's pretty good. But maybe we just take the repulsor for later. Right now I don't see a huge need to take a block card like this, so I'm going to just take the repulsor for later. Okay. Remove 3 cards for a random curse, or remove 1 card. I'm thinking remove 1 card because of the dexterity thing, and also we have strike dummy. I think we remove a defend here even. Defends are pretty bad with Guardian in Act 2. Like if we found a way to make this dexterity permanent, that'd be great, but we have shield chargers for defense, right? At least right now, we can lean into whichever way we decide to go. If we find a way to get more dexterity, this will keep us healthy until we get that set up, and we can take more block cards later. And of course, if we don't, then we didn't want to defend anyway. We can just lean into brace. So yeah, I guess if we really wanted to, we could remove 3 defense. That'd be something. For random curse though, what would really hurt is, of course, normality. And we don't have a shop for several floors, and I'm not even sure I want to go to one yet. Well, actually, with this much gold, probably do. I think we remove 1 defend. Could also make an argument for curl up, but you know, the brace 10 is still very useful. Alright, thank you. We got a random shop. Interesting. So we could have taken the curse. But, you know, hindsight. This is technically an elite fight for Slaver's Collar. Gotta remember that. So we have 5 energy. Which is great for playing useless cards like Shield Charger on turn 2 against Merchant. Alright, we have 4 energy, remember. So if I play Curl Up, it takes one of these out of the pool. I don't think we want to do that. We're not going to get it back out of stasis in time to play it again. We only got 1 more turn this fight. Please give me a good attack. Dang it. Just for fun, we're going to put the other shield charger in stasis. And go back into defensive with 52 block. This character is ridiculous. Okay. Yeah. I really want to take the multi-beam, but I really need to use the bathroom, so I'll be back in just a second. I'm going to leave this open so that the game doesn't glitch, and because like if you save and quit on this screen right before the shop, then you'll skip the shop, or you'll get an event or something. Like weird things happen. So just gonna leave this for now. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Not taking Tourmaline, not taking Priming Shot. How much do I want this AoE? Probably a lot with 5 energy. Yeah. 2 of those elite fights are going to need it. Abacus. Interesting. But we're not really close to an infinite here. That would really be the time to take it. I think on other characters with a deck this small, I would take Abacus, but Guardian has a lot of defensive capabilities already that adding 6 block occasionally on top of that is not worth it. Could buy a self-repair for 2 energy. An interesting addition. I don't think we need to do that, though. Also don't think we need to buy any of the top row cards. There is a Study the Spire, which is interesting. Oh yeah, this is the potion I was talking about earlier. Gain stasis slots until you have 3. That might be a good potion for... This is a rare potion? Wait a minute, this is a rare potion. Wow. That... Really? That does not feel like a rare potion. It feels like an uncommon. It's good, but not that good. Or maybe they increased the rarity because I have Wonderbots. Just kidding, that's not a thing. Yeah, this shop, I could maybe take Study the Spire. I think the card remove, I think I just have to take that. Could also remove another Defend. Yeah, I don't mind losing another Defend, actually. I think it makes us a little bit vulnerable in the short term, but we can fix that pretty quickly. Which means we can't afford to Study the Spire. I think that was the more important thing. Do we really want to spend 100 gold on a potion? We do have shops in Act 3 to think about, I guess. How far away is that? Hang on. 30, 60, 75. Let's say we take this 105. And then if we skip this, we get 135. Plus 75 is 210. So 374 by next act, at least. And then we also have the Act 4 shop, I guess. So we get another 200 gold in that act. No, wait, that's way low ball. I got 210 just from this part. So we'll go with 300 then, because we don't get gold for the act bosses. So it's like 680 gold-ish. For the rest of the game, we get 2 shops. That's about 300 each. 300 is definitely where I'm comfortable, but we could whiff on another store. So maybe I just buy the potion. This would be very good for Book of Stabbing specifically. Because we kind of solved gremlins and slavers with this one. With the addition to this to the rest of our deck. So yeah, I'm just going to take this one. I'll pay 100 gold for it. Power Potion's not good enough on Guardian. And we already have a vulnerable source. Alright, we got slavers. 36 plus 15 is 51. Wow. Very nice. Another case of the strength paying off. Good stuff. I guess we curl up instead of defend. Yeah, because that puts us into defensive after taking 13. Which is great. Also, we'll get the defend back later. Okay, 21. Don't quite have enough, but that's fine. We can just do defend. We're not going to be playing Repulsor. We're going to be doing Twin Slam, I guess, twice. And then that's 6 times 3. That's also not quite enough, because we're going to want to play Shield Charger, right? No, actually it doesn't matter, because we're going to kill one and then there's not going to be enough damage coming in for it to matter. 16 plus 18 is 34. This is 51? Dang. Oh wait, we can't even play Shield Charger. What am I thinking? I guess that's a downside of playing the curl up. Interesting. We have thorns, so this actually kills this outright. Yes, just do that. Oh, right. That's why. Because you play Stasis Strike first. Oh well. Alright. This is fine. Yeah, perfectly fine. We got another potion, though. Do we need the energy potion that badly? We did just fight slavers. I think we need this more than we need the energy potion. I think the flex potion is pretty good. So, actually, let's see what the card is first. Amber, that's good. I'd take an Amber here. Maybe with the Vent Steam? Maybe it can go in the Vent Steam? I don't know about the Exploit Gems, because it's already drawing a card, right? So drawing a card from the draw pile and accelerating. It's a weird combo. It's probably less of a problem since I only have one stasis slot. I won't fill my hand as easily. But usually I think I'm gonna play Exploit Gems before. Like, I could draw like a Shield Charger off Exploit Gems, and then the Accelerate would just not be good enough. Also, if I have Curl Up in the same hand, and don't have anything in Stasis, I would want to play Exploit Gems later because it has the Amber. So if I take the Amber, it would go into Vent Steam. Crystal Ray was not going to be strong enough. Roll Attack. I don't think we need a Roll Attack. I'd probably take a, what do you call it? Resilient Plate for Brace, maybe? Oh, I'd take the other 2-cost Brace 8, the block one. Shield Spikes, I think? Yeah, that sounds right. Also, Amber works okay with Vent Steam because if you have an attack into stasis, you can get it out. Or I guess, like, since Vent Steam draw is already kind of vulnerable, if there's a Shield Charger in stasis, accelerating that could give you more block. So I guess this makes this a block card. Yeah, let's do that. Let's also change out the energy potion. Alright, what's in the chest? Kunai. Okay, well, there's Dexterity back again. And now I'm wishing I had broken the wing statue. Oh well. Ooh, this actually gives us extra scaling for this fight, doesn't it? Very cool. And yeah, if we... obviously we haven't had a chance to socket the gem, but if we had, then that would have been a pretty sad start. Although I guess since we had Shield Charger in hand, that might have actually been beneficial, huh? Oh well. I'm just not realizing I could have played the Strike and then used the Curl Up to put that in stasis, but oh well. I could have used this here. Actually, I should have used this earlier, shouldn't I? Maybe we're still okay, though. Or I use this now. That's 5 hits. Or I could use this now. I think the Flex Potion is going to be better here since we have the Vulnerable already. It's going to be an extra 36 damage because of how the rounding works out. This is already 25 plus 36, so that's 72. 25 is 97. Yeah, and that's still like 30-ish. Actually, 97, it's 100 because of the thorns, so it's still 31 away from a kill. We have to do 66 damage somehow? Alright. Oh yeah, we have Soul Burn. Okay, maybe we could have gotten away without using the potion then. 25 plus 24 is 49. So it's 33. Oh, we would have been a bit short. Okay. That's enough for me. Red Needle's great. Giga Beam is great? Question mark? Actually, I think with our deck, we don't need to take that. We don't need to take the downside of that. And it starts to fall off after Act 2 anyway. And we're mid-Act 2. Really like this card, just not the time for it. Also, this is like our 3rd time capacitor we've seen. No more of that, please. Finally, the birds. And, surprise, surprise, we get multi-beam turn 1. Nice. This gets all of them down, which is great, so I'm not going to do anything else. That's a forever. The perks of playing on 30 FPS, because you get lag if you go any higher. These are all doing 3? Okay. I don't need to play Shield Charger, right? Yeah. Let's just do the damage and block this turn. And then next turn we have Walker Claw for a kill, I think. Yeah. Sneck Whale. Okay. Hey, there's shield spikes. Yeah. Is it better than Aquamarine? We have Kunai, but we're also a bit low on attacks and sockets. So I'm gonna just take this for now. Hoping to get uncommon gems anyway. Ooh. Well, this is interesting. I'm just now realizing that if I take an elite, the question mark could also take away some of my HP. I think we'll be fine since we still have 2 good potions. It's just a question of, do we want the event first or the elite first? And I think we want the elite first to inform our decision of the event. No Gremlin Leader yet. Ooh, okay. This is 44? So not quite what we want. Quantum Elixir with Amber, or we could do Snecko Oil and hope we don't get destroyed. Ooh, alright. Tough decision. I definitely don't want to take all this damage. I want to get a kill now. The thing is that even with Quantum Elixir, I can't guarantee I'm going to get a 0-cost card to accelerate out. And even if I did, like, what would be good enough? Like, the Fragmented Gem, I guess, would be good enough, since that gives us the extra 4 damage to kill the right Slaver. We could get Charge Up, which is a 0 cost that gives us 8 block and 1 strength. I think that would be enough. Yeah, we're 4 damage short, and we have 6 hits, so 1 strength would give us enough. And it would have to be in the first slot anyways. This is definitely a longer term benefit than a short term. So it's just Sneck Oil, but we gotta figure out how exactly we're gonna do Sneck Oil anyways. I think our best line is Amber, Strike, Strike, Defend, and then Sneck Oil. We have 2 energy left to spend how we want. So it's either 1-2 cost or 2-1 costs, and then we just play all our 0 costs, hopefully. Leaves us vulnerable to rolling a bunch of 3s. But, like, I think we're in trouble anyways if that happens. We could get a 2-in-1 combo that we want to do, like Vent Steam plus Stasis Strike. That would be pretty bad. Also, the shield chargers don't do anything. Multi-beam would be good to play with more energy. But that also wouldn't be a kill anyways, right? We're kind of banking on Walker Claw to roll low to begin with. Oof. Vulnerable without the strikes in hand also kind of sucks, but I don't know if we have a choice there. Maybe we don't play the Defend, since that's only worth 5 block. Alright, we're going to go with that. Alright, here we go. Well, that's a kill. That's 2 energy for a kill. And we can play both our defense. Works for me. Oh, and we get a dex. Cool. Alright, now we just gotta worry about, like, these 3 cards. Which is acceptable. Take 4 this turn. Great. So, yeah, that didn't seem like a great Sneg Oil roll. Like, we got this discounted, we got this for free. But we just needed a little bit of a boost anyway, which we got. So, good use of potion. Good roll of potion, honestly. 25 and 15 is 40. Not quite enough to kill. Front one. That's fine. If we were able to go into defensive mode, then that would be different. The Soulburn will kill next turn. Which is nice. Let's do this. Okay, great. Going into defensive means we have blocked this turn and next turn, which means we don't have to wait for Shield Charger to do things. Alright, just one attack is all we need. Stasis Strike. Alright, that was decent. We took 9 damage that fight. Cool. Gremlin Horn is also great. Sapphire, Ruby, Incinerate. Not a big fan of any of these. We have limited sockets, so I don't really think we need to take the strength anymore. Maybe it's still worth it, but I think we have more chances to find strength later anyways. And, you know, that chance includes Ruby. So if we still have open sockets to put a Ruby into, we could still do that later anyways. Sapphire is just a no. And Incinerate is also just a no. Well, it works with Kunai, it works with our stasis stuff. But I might just not want to accelerate those two. So let's just skip. Go to our event. Ooh. Which is Ancient Writing. Add Brace 2 to all strikes and defense. Which is... We've removed 3 already. Remove another card from our deck, or upgrade all strikes and defense. So something to note here, Curl Up plus 2 triggers of Shield Charger, it's 18 Brace, which is a little bit short of our 20 that we need to enter defensive mode. There's also Shield Spikes, which is another 8. So similarly, with Curl Up would not be enough. Also, with 2 ticks of Shield Charger would be 16. Brace 2 on strikes and defense would solve this issue. However, we can also just upgrade these cards later, which I'm hoping to do anyways. Also, with only 5 strikes and defense, we're not going to be able to use the brace very much anyway. I'm still wanting to remove defense, even. I want to make our deck smaller again. Even with Kunai, I don't think the defense are worth keeping. I'd rather have a common block. We could, however, upgrade all if we want a little bit more value in the short term. I think remove is still correct. And again, with Strike Dummy doing a decent amount of damage, I think we just remove Defend and then lean harder into Guardians. Several methods of block. And the answer it was Elegance, of course. I think now we break the Sapphire and rest. Let's enhance this first. So take us to 82 max HP, and then we'll rest for 30% of that. Okay, 82 times 0.3 is 24.6. So it'll be either 22 or 25. I forget if that rounds here. Like, usually in combat, everything rounds down. But I don't remember if this rounds up or not. It might sometimes. So this might be 25. Take us to... Actually, that'd be 25 plus 10 from this. So that'd be 35, 56 HP for... Elite, 2 fights, and Watcher? Wow. Yeah, that seems worth it. Like, we only really want a couple upgrades, right? We want these upgraded for the late game. We'll have plenty of time for that. I guess also Event Steam. Repulsor, maybe. Is a random relic worth giving up one of those upgrades? The worst of those upgrades, even. It's a good question. I think regardless, we break this key now. So it's already 31. You know, I don't really feel comfortable finishing the rest of the act with 31 HP anyway, so let's just rest. That's how I'm making the decision. 55. Okay, so that was 24 HP then. Okay, so it does round down. At least at 24.6 it rounds down. Do I take another elite? Yes. Alright, multi-beam. Okay. So I can kill both of these, thankfully. Does mean I won't be able to do shield charger. Do I use quantum elixir here? I don't think we need to. Unless we get really unlucky next turn. There is also the problem that this costs 4 energy, which means I can't play either of these. So that's maybe a consideration for playing this. More water. Throat gets dry from talking for so long. Also, unfortunately, neither of these have a way to split the damage to kill more efficiently. I have to just use both. So let's just do this first. Oh, Gremlin Horn. Right. Yeah, okay. Great. And I'm definitely using Shield Charger. Okay, cool. Thank you, Gremlin Horn. Okay, it's the summon turn anyways. We do miss out on multi-beam. Sorta being used on the gremlins. This isn't bad, though, I suppose. I guess not being able to use Vent Steam sucks a little bit. But maybe we can put... no, Vent Steam because of the Accelerate, but maybe we can put something else into Stasis. Anyways. Maybe I play the Curl Up this turn just for the Brace? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Because then if we Accelerate next turn, that puts us in defensive when we get to keep the block anyways, and then maybe I can, like, focus Gremlin Leader? Interesting. Oh, right, I can also just put Multi-Beam into Stasis for next turn. Wow. Thanks, Stasis Strike. Alright, I only need 3 energy worth since I have, oh, right, this was in Stasis for 1 turn. Interesting. Let's just go into defensive immediately. And I do need... Actually, I only need 2 energy now, because that's 14, and then the Thorns takes care of this. This will survive, but even if Gremlin Leader attacks next turn, that's what? 10 strength plus 8? 54? We'll have... I'm going to say all of that block next turn. Or at least all of the damage. Like, look at this damage. Alright. Actually, if it shields... Okay, I forgot that it could shield Fat Gremlin, but that works too. And I also forgot about Gremlin Horn. Oh, 48. It's 6 times 3 base? I thought it was 8 times 3 base. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense with what I know. Oh well. Do we still have enough to kill? 24. 22 is 46, plus 9 is 53, plus all of that, yeah. So yeah, we just kill here anyways. It's all good. And I full block anyway. Poof. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with counting relics. Every time I get a kill so quickly, I always like instinctively look at this relic bar and I'm like, do I need to set anything up? It's so nice to not have to worry about that. No and no. Armored Protocol, also no. But thank you. Actually, that might have been... Like, that effect is good whenever you don't have a lot of actual block cards and you're relying so much on Brace, because then you can use the defensive mode properly as defense. We have a full block this turn, so we're fine. Also, only 4 energy, even though this is an elite game. Why you do this? Yeah, I think this is just 977 is 23, which is not quite enough. So I'm gonna. I mean, if I wanted to save energy anyways, I should have used Vent Steam first, but I don't think it was worth it for what, 8 more damage that turn. Oh sheesh. Okay, well this is a little problematic. Because I didn't get Shield Charger turn 1, that's why. Alright, maybe I should have used the Quantum Elixir last turn then. But it looks like we're going to be taking 24 here. Just straight up 24 damage. Actually 20, because I have Plated Armor. Oh, I Plated Armor last turn. Okay. This is 7, and then this is 8, 15. This is already 15 anyways. Next turn it's not attacking, so I don't really need to use the Shield Charger, I don't think. I can put it in next turn. Oh yeah, I'm going to be in defensive mode anyway, so I definitely don't need to play Shield Charger. Ouch. Yeah, this is why I rested. Definitely feel a lot more comfortable. It doesn't even matter, I've done most of its health and damage. Yay. Brute Sharpness, okay. Another Repulsor. Oh yeah, more new art. Prismatic Spray. Roll attack plus. Still no to that. We haven't seen Hermit yet, so I'm not inclined to take a second one right now. I'm gonna skip. We're gonna try not to lose any more HP for the rest of the act. I don't have to do Shield Spikes here. I could do Shield Charger Vent Steam instead. I think I'm doing Shield Charger regardless. But I do want to do Vent Steam just for damage. So let's accelerate for 10 block, plus 4 from Plated Armor. I get another 4 end of turn, so that's enough. Also go into defensive next turn, which is good. Also, he wasn't at low enough HP to trigger the heal, so that's fine too. This is 6 times 4. Which is actually enough to kill this guy. Because of the soul burn. She's gonna heal though, actually, so maybe I should do other stuff with my turn. Can I kill? This is 19 plus 6 is 25. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. So she heals, so we don't want to do damage to her now. We're gonna play Shield Charger. Just to stay... Mixture decks. Just to stay healthy for the rest of the fight. Also, doesn't matter that we accelerated that, we're doing so much damage this turn. Also, Kunai's doing things. Turns out that removing defense actually makes you drawing attacks more likely. Vexing Draft? Okay. No. A third Shield Charger. Yes. You could just load up on Shield Chargers and block that way. But yeah, no Vexing Draft here. These potions are just way better. All right. Is this the time for Quantum Elixir? What's our damage looking like? That was 29. That was like 9% of its HP. So at that rate, it would take another 10 turns to kill. And that's before block. I think we're in up for a long haul this turn, this fight. Since we don't really have scaling damage yet, we're still relying a lot on front load. Red Candle's helping, but we are starting to fall behind. I need to find some way to get extra damage. Oh, sheesh, I just played the Stasis Strike too, so this isn't even going to do anything that much right now. Alright, I'm just going to leave it then. Maybe we use this to trigger the passive. I forget what our next turn is. I think it's another block turn, though? I don't know. I don't really want to go into defensive if that's the case. Hang on, I can look it up real quick. Let's see. Watcher 2. Even the hand like Water Defend, and the next turn is Wall Up, Blasphemy, Flying Sleeves. Okay. Oh, but next turn just Wall Up, so it's just 12 damage. Yeah, we don't need to go into defensive for that. We can do that next turn, and then the next turn after that is Blasphemy, Wish, Flying Sleeves, which does a lot of damage. And I don't think we're going to hit the damage thing there, so let's not play Vent Steam right now. Not yet. Let's do... Shield Charger does the same thing, doesn't it? Sorry, Shield Spikes. Could put the other Shield Charger in. I don't think we want to, though. Alright. Floating 2 energy. Oh well. I know I'm weak this turn. Alright, now we put the other Shield Charger in, I guess? Don't really need to do Shield Spikes either. It's 4 Thorns for 1 turn. Yeah, we're just gonna take our damage this turn. 60? Okay, well I'm glad I have Vent Steam now, I guess. Yep. We're just gonna take the full damage. And now she's intangible. Also, Stasis is empty, so Vent Steam doesn't have anything to accelerate, which is fine. I guess we brace 8? No, we put Shield Charger back in. I guess I didn't have to play the Stasis Strike. That may have been smarter not to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, though? Yeah. Goodbye, Plated Armor. Alright, well, since we missed the Divinity turn with the passive, the next Ragnarok she plays will be -4 strength, which is perfectly fine. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of damage. That's 45, we have 37. That puts us exactly into defensive. That's funny. Oh, dang it. We had Kunai. Could have saved 2 HP. Oh well. It's a boss fight. We heal after this. Vent Steam, if we put shield spikes into stasis, Vent Steam is not going to be able to accelerate it out. But that's fine, because we're in defensive already. Okay. Yeah, let's get that out of our drop now then. Oh no, we're weak again. Yeah, -4 strength. Plenty of block. Skill Potion's probably better than Brew of Sharpness. I'm really hanging on to this Quantum Elixir. Although... The fact that I didn't use it in the Book of Stabbing fight, kind of sad. We had the Flex Potion instead, which probably saved us there. I don't know if that was the correct play or not. It definitely feels bad having spent 100 gold on it, and we still haven't used it, even though it's the end of the act. There's Construction Form, or Compile Package. Compile Package? Construction Form is guaranteed to give us the damage we need, right? As long as we can keep the buffer, of course. That might be the hard part, actually. I guess as long as we keep shield chargers, we'll be fine. Yeah. I think this is our ticket. This can give you scaling, but not always. And again, Gem Finder, we just don't have enough sockets. Although this exploit gems, not really finding anything to use there. Is this actually better than Skill Potion? Skill Potion's also really situational. There's also a lot of stasis support skills. Suspension, planning. Maybe it is better to just keep the damage potion for something like Darklings or Jawworms. Alright, I'm going to stick with it, and we're going to see if we can use it well. The fact that you have to get attacked in order to use it is kind of sad, though. Like, you have 3 kind of similar potions, right? You got the Fire Potion, Brew of Sharpness, which gives counter instead, and then also the Soulburn Potion for 30 damage. And it's like, so Fire Potion's immediately, Counter Potion's 1 turn away, and Soulburn Potion's 2 turns away. And they get increasingly worse the longer you have to wait. Empty Cage to finally get rid of our last defend. It's funny. I mean, we don't need another energy, so Busted Crown's off the table. We could take either Empty Cage or Black Star. Although with the Green Key Elite still out there, I'm definitely less inclined to take the Black Star. Because you don't know how many elites you're going to have to take. You're going to be able to take with the act layout. If we take Empty Cage, what do we remove? Do we remove a Defend and a Strike? Do we remove Defend Curl Up? I don't think we removed a Curl Up. Do we remove Defend and just default to Exploit Gems as the second? I mean, if we're only getting 1 remove, I might as well just buy it from the store, right? Let's take the Black Star then. No Hermit. That's good. Ooh, I saw a bunch of elites. Where is it? It's on the right. Yeah, it looks like either way, we would have gotten at least 2. Like, if it was here, that would have been the worst case scenario. Anywhere else, though, we get 3, and that's great. This right path looks good, too. 1, 2, 3 fights with a shop in the middle. It's great. Got this right after. We're going to have plenty of gold to break our green key. Yeah. I also like Act 3 events quite a bit, so I think I'm going to start here. Just go all the way down. We got our Eternal Feather. Very nice. Alright. Start upgrading our shield chargers, I think. I don't think the curl up upgrade matters that much, so we're just going to stick with this. Or the repulsor upgrade, honestly. Oh, okay. Go to the merchant. How much HP does the merchant have? I hadn't been paying attention to that, but I think it still has a lot. And we want to kill it for the extra gold. So yeah, let's do that. 266, yeah, that's still above half. Maybe I could just use the Brew of Sharpness now, get rid of it. The first fight of the act, it's a 40% potion chance. I don't really see a better use for it. Also, Thorns on this turn is great. I'm going to do it. I'm not 100% confident in our ability to take down the merchant in time. We did just pick up the construction form for extra scaling, but that takes time to come online. Right. Ooh, do we not want to play Exploit Gems here in case we get Walker Claw? We already have a bunch of damage in hand. And like our worst case scenario, we draw Walker Claw, but we can also draw Strike, which is another 15. I think we just leave this as is. That is making some weird flashes whenever things happen. Like watch this when I do the damage here. Very strange. We just got Stasis Strike, Walker Claw, and 2 strikes that turn, which means that by the time we get to our next merchant, we'll have the kill, which is great. Oh no, we've been mugged. Another emerald. Still no. I don't think we want either of these either, so we skip again. We do need to remember to keep enough gold for this. These are going to be 20 at minimum plus 10, so we need at least 50 gold leaving this shop. Which means we can't buy Dolly's Mirror. Unless... if we buy Dolly's Mirror, 158. That puts us at 24. If we take all 4 of these, our average is 90. And our minimum is 60. Our highest is 120. So 72 falls pretty low on that scale, right? 72? 158? No, it's 76. Because we have 24 left. 76 falls pretty low on that scale. It's a buffer of 16 that we need, though. I really want this, but we can't play this. Like, we can't play chance with. We can't play chance, not even that low, with breaking the keys and going to Act 4. If I maybe needed a 1 gold buffer, I would probably do it. Like, because the chances of you getting 4 fights at minimum gold each is 1 to the 11th. Sorry, 1/11th to the 4th power. That's like almost 1 in 15,000 chance of happening. So I'd maybe take those odds. It would probably depend on how far I think through that. Because like 1 in 15,000 sounds like a lot, but maybe it's not. You know, it's gonna happen to someone if you play the game enough, if the community plays the game enough times, right? This would be a huge boon to our deck. Actually, where's the shop? It's after. It's a shame. Need more gold, man. That second construction form would have set us up for the rest of the run, but we can't do it, so let's not think about it anymore. Not going to buy the Omamori. It's funny that we got the Shuriken and the Kunai, or at least offered to us. I don't want any of the cards. Again, we don't need a second Repulsor right now, since we know it's not Hermit. One, it will be enough. Flash of Steel is interesting, but like it helps with the decks too. I just don't think it's good enough, especially compared to card remove, which we're just gonna buy. I think. Could take the Fragmented Gem for once as a Kunai procer. I don't think it's enough. Not even on sale. I can buy a random colorless card. I said we needed 50. Right? Actually, we only needed 40 because I could take this. But if I'm going to the right, I need 50. Either way, this is enough. This leaves me with enough. Colorless cards, at this point in the run, like the random utilities, could probably helpful. But again, that's just a risk. I think I'm going to do it, though. Random colorless, huh? I'll give it a shot. I've, like, almost never taken this card before, so I want to see how good it is. I know that some people like it. I think Baylor Lord, I think that's his favorite colorless card, I believe he's said. We got another random shop. Although this was an event that I chose to take a shop, but we got a random shop now. That's, very interesting. Okay. $50 block. Can I get my Dolly's Mirror now? Or perhaps offer me a construction form in the shop itself? That'd be great. Amethyst. I could take an Amethyst, I guess. I'm like running out of time to find gems. Especially 3 of them. Although if I get the Falling event, I would want the Exploit. I would probably lose the Exploit gems, right? I guess it doesn't matter if I put the Amethyst in. I don't know. Amethyst, if you can't multiply it, it's a little bit weak. And we have plenty of block already. Yeah, I don't see a reason to take this. Although the Tourmaline's starting to look better, but yeah. With that much block, I mean. Frozen Eye. That's not a Dolly's Mirror. Stasis Strike on sale? Wait a minute. There's also a Bottled Tornado. Turn 1 construction form? That's actually insane. That's actually insane. We don't need card removes anymore. We already bought all the defender removes we needed. And, you know, I guess we got, like, however many events to remove cards. We've removed 5 out of our 8 starters. Yeah, you know, I mean, if you can't get 2 construction forms, bottling 1 is a pretty good second place. Maybe in some cases even a better overall. I don't think we need the Frozen Eye. Like, I actually feel okay enough with this run to take it. Like, I don't feel super fatigued. I would be able to use it. But I don't think it works especially well with our deck anyways. It works really well with draw or with decks that require a lot of control in order to execute. I don't think this is one of those. I think it's also a little late for Hand of Greed. Man, double Stasis Strike with the Strike Dummy. You know, it's tempting, but we have the We have the damage scaling already. Let's just get it into play. Alright. 121. Can't buy anything else. Right? Well, we have another 50 gold at least, right? So we could actually spend 71 here. No to that. No, no. Planning, no. Future plans, no. Yeah, we can't afford anything that we want anyways. Okay. Can't look at the colorless card or the potions or the card remove. Looks like we're going to be using construction form to block one hit here. Maybe even both, actually. I was hoping Twin Slam would be enough, but it doesn't seem to be. We have 4 energy. Yeah, this is one of those fights. I was talking about Darklings earlier, and maybe using the counter potion for it. Well, so if I do Twin Slam twice, that's 14 block. If we play another attack before playing the wards, it's 16, so we take 2. If we do Construction Form Twin Slam, we take 0. We do a lot less damage. So I think we actually forego the Construction Form. Play 3 attacks. I think it's going to be Twin Slam, Multi-Beam. Stasis Strike is a lot, but Multi-Beam is like close enough and is AoE, so... And it's also the 3rd attack, which is the most important part, right? So that's 16 plus 12 is 28. Looks like the back one has a higher base damage. So we want to go for that one first, considering their HP values are the same. Alright. So Construction Form Bottle didn't work out that turn, that's fine. The later you get in the game, the less enemies attack turn 1, so it's still worth it to invest in that. If I do Shield Charger and then Vent Steam, that's 13, 17 block. If I kill this back one, that's 12 block. Actually 15. Sorry, 13, 16 versus 15. Just got a notification. I'm not sure whether I want to kill the back one or get Shield Charger in play. I feel like this is 15, right? Oh yes, that's just a kill next turn anyways. So yeah, it's close enough that we can just do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I was thinking if I could get the vulnerable on here somehow, but I don't think it's that close. Alright, we're in defensive now too. That's great. Okay. Sure. That guy's dead in the back. Now I have 9 thorns. Oh yeah, Gremlin Horn. I need to remember that exists. That's enough damage. Alright, we should be able to get a kill next turn, I'm pretty confident. As long as we actually draw the attacks, but we have plenty. Yeah. Okay. Fairy in a bottle. Nice. Aquamarine's back. Prismatic Barrier, no. Reroute, no. We're getting close to the end here, but there's still a chance that we find better gems. I'm very stingy with my gems. I don't know if that's something I need to change or not, but, you know, there's no need to take the gem right now anyway, right? This kills both of them if I play it for 4 energy. I can't block enough to keep the buffer anyway. So I guess... I also kind of want Shield Charger in place, so maybe I do Shield Charger, Stasis Strike, Multi-Beam to kill 1. Take 5. This braces for 6, which means if I draw Curl Up, that's enough. I think, unlike Gremlin Leader, this, as long as there's 1 slot open for a dagger, Reptomancer always has the same chance to summon. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works, which means that we don't need to kill both to get the best chance of not being attacked. So I'm going to go for that chance, right? Actually, this only requires 1 energy. That doesn't change anything, though. I still have to play it for 2, with how the energy works out. But at least we can kill the back one. Actually, we can play it for 2 on the back one. Oh, right. Gremlin Horn. Still didn't matter, I don't think. Actually, I could have killed the front one with Construction Form and Stasis Strike Multi-Beam. Okay. Oh, jeez, they're all attacking. Alright. I don't have enough brace to go into defensive, dang it. But I do have Gremlin Horn. So, starting with that, it's 24. We can kill that back one. $8 and 15. Okay, we can do it like this then. Master strategy. We got 31 incoming. Sorry, 41. So that covers that, which means we don't have to play shield spikes. Let's get the curl up. Okay, we didn't get the curl up. Maybe with Gremlin Horde we do? Oh, actually, we're guaranteed it, because the other card is a draw card. Alright, hit something good? Ah, you choose now. Okay. You choose now to put the Ascender's Bane in. Fine. Have it your way. Nice. Actually, I should have done Curlin first. For a better chance, but it worked out. 30, huh? Okay. We get Gremlin Horde procs anyway, so this is fine. Takes forever to do, though. I do... This puts me back into defensive, which is good. Now we can preserve the block anyways. Right, we don't have enough energy. Okay, that's fine. We're just trying to kill Reptomancer. Alright, this is... 50. Actually, it's just 32. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Shoutouts to Multi-Beam, though. And our first Black Star drop, Bag of Marbles, Prayer Wheel. We get another Quantum Elixir. I don't think we're using this fairy. But is it better than Quantum Elixir anyway? There's a Temporal Shield. That Temporal Shield might be worth it. Temporal Shield for more card draw. I mean, it would require an upgrade to really do things, right? The kunai stuff is nice, but I think we're covered on defense. I don't see a world in which we use this fairy. What are the next two elites, though? Well, we just fought Reptimancer. We have Giant Head and Nemesis. We have part of an answer with Nemesis. We have Construction Form helps with both of those quite a bit. We actually got our worst one out of the way for Construction Form. As long as we're able to block the small hits on Construction Form, it will help a lot in both those fights. Which I guess Temporal Shield does, doesn't it? Eh. Quantum Elixir. Yeah, I'm gonna replace this. I don't want to have to be down a potion slot for the rest of the game. We still have a ways to go. Yay! All right. I think it's a little early for Shield Charger, but it does help me keep my Construction Form buffer, so in you go. Oh yeah, new power icon for Construction Form. Construction Mode, I didn't know that's what that was called. I wonder if that was changed. Alright, it's doing that again. Jack of all trades. Something good, please? Do I want those back? I guess it's fine. We could draw the vent steam here anyways, this is what we want. Or Stasis Strike, that's also a really good one. I don't think we want to put Shield Charger number 2 in, though. So let's... build up our attacks here. I can't play Multi-Beam first, even though it's lower damage. So we're going to do Strike, Stasis Strike, Multi-Beam. And we're going to call that good. Alright. Oh, right, it has regen. That's its buff. And we do full block this, which is great. And next turn is the first big attack, which means I think Curl Up is in order. So we can go to defensive next turn. We could also do Shield Spikes Curl Up. This is 5 energy. We don't need the Repulsor. Okay. Actually, I should have done Shield Spikes first. That's fine. Quantum Elixir. It only has something to do with Stasis. I don't know why it's doing that. I wondered if it was like thematic or something, but it doesn't seem to be. I think we do want this Shield Charger in Stasis, so I'm going to give up on a little bit of damage to do that. Oh, you know what? Let's do this, and then redraw, see if we get it. We didn't, but we got Twin Slam. I still don't think that's enough. So I'm just gonna use the buffer this turn. We'll go into defensive next turn. Maybe we'll get Vent Steam again. Yeah. We can get a little bit extra block from this. 50 now. 38 plus 14 is 52. Good. Although, it couldn't hurt to get more block for next turn as well. It's 42. We have to do this anyway. Okay. 39 and 27 is 64? 66? 66, yeah. This is 19 times 4 is 76. We could do Strike first, and then this gets a little bit more damage, but that's not quite enough, so let's do Walker Claw. I think we're going to make it. We do have to kill in, like, the next 2 turns, though. before we get hit big. 0, 1, 2, 3. So shield charger. Construction form doing some real work there. Did you see how much damage that was? Yeah, that was not as hard as I thought it would be. At all. Get a multi-beam. 21. No. No to blue candle. Another bad gem. Actually, maybe... No, it's still bad. I was like, we're doing things with Dex, but like that's because of Shield Charger. And Shield Charger has no interaction with Emerald. Charge Core... No. We could, but... Takes up a stasis slot, which are actually very valuable right now. I would definitely consider it if we didn't have Wanderbots. If we had some other fourth energy. I guess that's technically our fourth energy. And this is our fifth. I'm just now noticing how many relics we got before the Black Star even. I guess 2 of those are Heart Blessings, but we also got 4, 5. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to just skip these. I'm going to take Whetstone, though. Strike upgrades. Lovely. I think, yeah, it was either those or multi-beam, so it was like a 50-50 exactly. Yeah, it's either 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6. So 50-50 to hit 2 strikes. I think that's fine, though. Multi-beam is doing enough already. And big strike with strike dummy. It makes my monkey brain happy. Alright, let's break the emerald. Alright. You know, even without Vent Steam upgraded, I haven't noticed it being low on vulnerable. I could see us going without upgrading that and just going for shield chargers. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep upgrading our defense to make sure we stay safe. Giant head fight was still kind of scary. We only just had enough buffer. Speaking of which, I think we have to use construction form now. Alright, please hit shield charger. Nice. Am I ever going to use these elixirs? This is a full block, by the way. Oh, repulsor's perfect. Great. I could have gone defensive there. I don't think it's necessary, though. We're going to the defensive next turn anyway. Yeah, that's 27 already. Although this is 28. Sad. Just barely losing the buffer. Suspension plus. No downside. Except that it heals Niao. Overload plus. No. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but well, maybe I have. But I think it's really strange how both Overload and, what is it called? Ancient Power, both have reduced debuffs, even though reducing debuffs likes to be a card that you play after getting your temporary buffs. You know? Like, and those are both cards that you use to set up. Those are cards that you like to play early, not after. Also, more new art. I'll take a suspension plus. Maybe we can make something with that. Speed boost, another shield spikes, or piercing hide. I don't think speed boost is needed. That's just going to hit our shield chargers. And we don't want that. We want controlled block, not burst block. Do we take another shield spikes, though? I think yes. I think the first one was good. Having more control over going into defensive mode is going to be real nice. And oh boy, we're going into another shop with 100 gold. Wow, those are some relics. Those would all been nice. There's a quartz in the shop I could buy. Yeah, I could see myself doing that. Put that in the suspension, draw 2. Put that in the exploit gems, draw 2. Honestly, I'd rather remove exploit gems at this point with, like, the falling event or something. Can I even hit falling event? I can, there's one more question mark. Doesn't even matter, we don't have a campfire before then, so it's not even doing anything until Act 4. Let's just save our gold. Nothing else here appeals to me. If I hadn't bought the potion... Oh, another Reptomancer fight. Lovely. Alright, Jack of all trades, what do you got? Forethought? No. I don't want to think ahead. This might be another construction... Oh, I can forethought the construction form. There's the play. Another attack, please. Oh. I can just... I think we need the shield chargers in play. Oh, I can only play one of them anyways. Okay. Let's forethought construction form. Save it for later. Okay. Alright, draw me a card. Unlucky. We're just gonna have to tank this, but I think we have a lot of block to work with anyway, so... This is 6 brace, which means that both these get me into defensive. I think we do this first, though. Because if we don't, then we miss out on 8 brace, and we get like 4 thorns, that's not worth it. Actually, is it? What do we got in our draw pile? We got 2 strikes to work with, right? Oh, they're both upgraded, though. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Definitely not worth it to get the thorns. This is 75 damage, if I'm not mistaken. Just from memorizing. Oh no, it's 77, because this is the larger attack. Yeah. So usually, Reptomancer attacks for exactly 100, but that's only if it's the ×2 attack. If it's the ×1, then it's 102. We're missing another 25, though. So that's 100 minus 25 plus 2. So that's 75, 77. I think we get most of it, though. It's another 18. Yeah, we take like 7 here, I think. Yeah, we got up to 70 block. That's Guardian, man. I'm gonna put this on her. Get tanked. Yeah, that's why I wanted an attack. Gremlin Horn, just too good. We got multi-beam. We don't have enough block for this, of course. And by enough, I mean at all. So I'd do like what? Walker Claw? Do multi-beam at full value and then Walker Claw? I need this for 4 energy at least, so there's no point in like... Well, maybe there is a point. What are we able to draw here? Construction form? Okay. And stasis strike. So I could... Well, I mean, I could just play the strike on Repto. I don't know. I think we do this. Was that 4 energy? Right, I played the thing. $36 versus more than 36. Okay. We can't go into defensive mode. Interesting. Can we still block this? This is... We have 3 dexterity, right? That's crazy. 5, 7... It's 20... Oh yeah, that's definitely enough, so let's do this. $42. And we go back into defensive with shield spikes. Okay. Doesn't even matter though, we can't full block it. Oh, actually it does, because it was a ×2 attack, so we blocked 1 with buffer. That's good enough for me. Alright, another pretty clean fight. 7 damage. Potion belt. Another shield spikes? I think 2 is enough with this deck size. 20 cards is pretty nice. And we got Transient. Oh boy, alright. So how are we doing this? I want to play Construction Form, but that's 3 out of our 4 energy, and we need to be able to block next turn as well. Let's see what Jack of all trades gives us. Secret... Excuse me, jeez. Secret technique. We could grab Suspension Plus. Let's, yeah. Let's look at these, though. Curl Up, Shield Chargers. Can't play the Shield Chargers if we play Construction Form. Can play Suspension Plus and then put something into stasis. Maybe we even draw... Maybe we even get lucky and draw a Shield Charger. Can't do Vent Steam since there's nothing we can put into stasis right now. Well, I mean, I guess we keep the Vulnerable on it. That probably means something. We need to do 50 damage next turn, which with Vulnerable means we need to do 39 before Vulnerable. That's doable, but not guaranteed. I guess neither is Suspension to be good. But drawing Vent Steam later is fine anyways. We could do Shield Spikes, Exploit Gems. I think it's between Suspension and Vent Steam. If we had upgraded Curl Up, we could grab Curl Up and play that with shields. But no, we don't have enough energy. We don't have enough. So what are our hits with Suspension Plus? Literally 3 Shield Chargers, and that's pretty much it. Anything else, we're just putting a card into stasis, and then next turn we're vulnerable to lose our thing. With Vent Steam, how do we do 39? I guess it's not that far-fetched, right? This is, let's see. That's 9, 12, 12. That's 33. Plus 24 is 57. And that's a variable, I guess. Let's say it's ×2, so that's 12. So that's 69. So 39 out of 69 is like just below half. So we would need a lucky draw next turn. But I think it's probably a little less luck needed than drawing a Shield Charger off Suspension Plus. Because that's a 3 and 14. Actually, there's Exploit Gems too. So that makes the Vent Steam route even better. Alright, we're going Vent Steam here. I guess Suspension I could have also drawn Curl Up as a 1-cost thing, but I don't think that would have been enough anyways. Alright, Vent Steam. Alright, I need the damage next turn. It's a 50-50-ish. Wow. Let's do this. I don't think we have the block here. Yeah. Alright, so we lose the buffer. That's I mean, we have a Shield Charger in. Maybe we're fine. And we can, and because we have the vulnerable, we can still do enough damage this turn to not have to worry. There's literally no other path through this turn to consider. Oh yeah, defensive mode also sets us up well for this turn. We're only 20 away, wow. 15, even. So I can play Repulsor or Walker Claw. Or I can get another Dex, since Repulsor doesn't mean anything. So yeah, let's grab another Dexterity. Makes our Shield Charger better. As well. We gotta survive 2 more turns somehow. Vent Steam will probably help. Yeah, we can still draw it. 80. We can also just go back into defensive, I guess. I think this turn's gonna hurt. This is another 40 block. So we're gonna take 21 here. Ow. But do we win this turn? Sheesh. $24, 21, 57, sorry, 47, 45, sheesh, 55, 68, so we take another 22. I think we gamble on this. Stasis Field, huh? It's not enough. Yeah. Alright. Alright, well, I guess we just take our 22 then. 21. Because of Dexterity. I've never had that happen like that. That's a lot of damage. Took. Another Shield Charger. Another Shield Charger. Gosh, do I just take another? Screw it. Yeah, I'm doing it twice. I think this is a construction form play. Even though we're taking a hit here. Kind of sucks that our hand is like this, but I guess I kind of forced it to be like that. This many Shield Chargers. I do want to get the Shield Charger into play, though. So do we need the construction form? Probably not. Like, this doesn't have enough HP to really be a huge threat, I don't think. So let's just do Burst Block. This puts me in defensive, which means I block for 27 out of the 39. That's 12 damage. Sheesh. Do I gamble on this? I think so. Alright, I figured that could happen, but I think that's worth it. It's worth it to not have to take more damage. I can take a curse. Alright. I can't get cursed again, so I might as well just play the attacks. Well, this sucks. Maybe I overdid it with the Shield Chargers, huh? Let's do this one. Got lucky with that roll. Was definitely hoping for another attack there. I guess we'll sell it for Thorns. Just gotta chug through it. Not take a ton of damage. That I just have to leave alone. We're gonna be vulnerable and weak forever. But it's okay. Alright, can we get a kill this turn? Oh, we're not weak anymore. Yes, we can. Awesome. Took a curse instead of taking damage. Worth it, I think. Another vent steam? No. Gem cannon. Lol. We have 3 gems. Yeah, I think I did overdo it with the shield chargers. Because now I gotta deal with this. Oh boy. Alright. Maybe this is the energy potion then. 15, 12, 12. 27, 39. Okay. I don't think we need the construction form. I'm just going to play the shield charger instead. This is 25. Defensive gives me some thorns, and it probably doesn't matter. Actually, it does, because that's literally enough soul burn to kill. Never mind. I got it wrong. I can play this, because I have Bronze Idol. Cool. I'm going to put it into stasis. Also, I can afford to play multi-beam here at full capacity, so I'm going to. Or close to it, I guess. Aw. Alright. I forgot about Gremlin Horn. I could have done it the other order, and it would have been better. Two damage. Your thorns are no match for me. Flex potion. I guess now we take the Aquamarine. No, actually, we're going into a boss fight. Oh man, we need to survive this fight. The first couple of rounds, anyway. This should be fine, though. That's enough block. Do I play the transmutation then? Yeah, let's do it. Wow. Is this the time for Quantum Elixir? Eh. Looks like I'm taking 19 this turn. Ugh. Nothing I can do about that either. If I play Repulsor, it's 20. But it gets the power out of my deck. I think that transient fight destroyed us. too much. We might just end up losing this run. Let's not take any unnecessary damage then. Okay, only 14 because of defensive mode. That's good, I guess. We're really reliant on that stasis strike now. Oops. I don't think this matters anymore, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Let's get a better card than a Parasite. Oh man, we really needed to keep that construction form. I think this is gonna take a while. Also, that's most of our shield chargers gone too. Gosh. It's already maximum damage, or maximum block. I would appreciate not being weak anymore. Rearrange that. Why am I even weak? What has been weakening me? Does he have a go for the eyes or something? No, he has a blind. Great. This is 38. Oh wait, I can... Interesting. $16. I take 2? That's fine, I suppose. Just need to get through this. I'm definitely going to be using the elixir potion next fight, as long as I get there. Why did I do it like that? This is 30 versus 34. Leaking HP. At least the construction form will be useful next fight by quite a lot. Alright, let's get this in. $34. I think we go into defensive just in time here. This is 22, this is 26. Yeah, we go into defensive by taking 4 damage. Okay. Yeah. only halfway done. Gotta survive through the rest of it. I'm gonna put vent steam in there this time. Okay. On the bright side, we have 9 dexterity. On the downside, I removed all my defense in favor of strikes. Ah, but I have shield spikes. Alright, let's do this. That's, again. Alright, so the nice thing about Defect is that once all my powers are out, they can't get any stronger than this. So, it's all about just making sure I don't die to bad draws at this point. Alright, let's get multi-beam in there. Four decks. Let's try to maximize damage that turn. Multi-beam is just not strong enough yet. Oh, is this it? Finally don't draw any block. I can't even get anything out of stasis, so I guess this is my last stand. We're gonna do as much damage as we can here. This is actually a lot. 32 plus 27 is 59. Plus 18 is 77. Plus 35 is 102, which is not enough, but we're going to do it anyways. Also, I'm going to do this just because. Yeah, it looks like I should have used this earlier. Oh well. That's it. Hard to see mistakes for me. But you know, I guess that's what I get for trying to keep the potion instead of using it earlier, especially in the run. Like, not just here, but in other fights as well. Might have been a good idea against Transient, maybe, I don't know. But sometimes that's just how it goes. You know, from coming back from being on a hiatus, I don't mind this so much. The thing I am kind of sad about is how a bunch of my past runs have been losses at this point. Like my recent ones, I mean. A lot of them are for very preventable things. So, you know, I'm trying real hard to not throw, you know. What was I thinking to say? But like, it's also, maybe I'm making my decks a little bit too much on the side of I have to execute this perfectly in order for it to work, and I need to take a little bit more, a few more things that actually make it easier, even if it makes the deck slightly worse in theory. I don't know. Either way, for a Wanderbot's run, that wasn't so bad. I think the thing I could have improved was maybe thinking a little bit harder about the double shield charger thing and how much that actually affected my run. I didn't have very much front-loaded block, which actually came back to hurt me a lot more than I thought it would. Construction form just didn't do enough, which is really surprising to me. In my past experience, it's not been that way, so I would want to chalk this up to luck, but, you know, I might get proven wrong in the future. The longer I play. But either way, we're moving on to the new format. We're doing runs to the heart instead. We're going to be doing normal mode. We're going to have campfires at the end of the act, which would have helped here. Like, holy cow, 40 damage to transient with construction form, with shield chargers, and with strike dummy damage. You know, maybe it was a bad idea to keep the strikes over the defends too. That could be something to think about. It became a really hard decision because I wasn't taking very many cards in my deck, and both strikes and defends were pretty okay. Defends definitely got better later, I just didn't realize it. We were getting so many kunai procs. But I don't know, like, spending 3 energy to get a dex is also not easy to make happen. Like, if we didn't remove the defends, then it would have actually been harder for us to play 3 strikes a turn, or just 3 attacks a turn, rather. Another thing is that this never got used. Like, we never faced a cultist or chosen or anything of that kind. We didn't find the nest event. Another useless event in Act 1. These two would have liked the Shiv instead. I don't know. We did start to feel like we were running out of damage a little bit, but I was relying so much on construction form and it just didn't work out. So I don't know about that. I don't know how I should have done what I should have done differently there. Also, we didn't get very good relics from Black Star either. We got what? We got Prayer Wheel in Act 3. We got Whetstone, and we got Potion Belt, I guess, which was good. But Potion Belt just, like, worked for defect, and that's it. And that's when we died anyway, so it didn't actually do anything. Yeah, that's about all I got to say about this run. I felt like it was going to go a lot better, and it just didn't. I think I made a couple bad decisions near the end with deck building. I think I needed to be a little bit more oriented towards towards front-loaded block, and I didn't. But other than that, I felt strong enough. So we're just gonna have to take this loss and move on, see if we can learn from it in the future. Hopefully from finding a pattern through playing more runs, because I just don't see it here. Kind of like my last run here. Actually, I won't spoil that, in case you haven't watched it yet. So, anyways, thanks for watching. I am excited to get to the next set. We do have another episode, another special episode for the 30th run being completed. I'm going to be playing a custom mode game, and I'm not going to be doing the spreadsheet recap because no one was watching them, and honestly, I don't think I was saying very much with them in the first place. So, you know, learn and adapt with the channel, right? So we're just gonna have that fun little bonus episode, and then we're gonna start climbing upwards. But until then, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.